This week on the Organized Life podcast.
Here's the thing. Your attitude will tell you where your capacity level is. If you're irritable, if everything is getting on your nerves, and you feel like you're just a low-key ticking time bomb, you are past capacity. You're
Okay.
already there.
Yep.
If you're starting to overthink, second guess everything, you are past your capacity. If you are at a perfectionist and you are afraid to start, so it's almost like, okay, you want everything to be perfect, but then you're starting, you're stopping, restarting, stopping, restarting, stopping. You're at your capacity, because here's the thing.
Hey, and welcome to season 3 of the Organized Life podcast, where we are creating a movement with powerful organizing strategies and systems that save you space, time, energy, and money. I am your host, TakillaRene, the life organizing strategist and the owner of Extreme Audacity Organized Solutions. Okay, everybody just relax. Just calm down. I know y'all excited. Y'all saw the picture. I have an amazing guest on here today. My girl, Darnita Samuels. Welcome, Darnita.
Hey, friend, how are you?
Girl, I'm excited to be here with you.
Me too. I feel like already we're just gonna be sitting there laughing a lot. But yes, I'm so excited, and thank you for allowing me to be on your podcast. I'm so proud of the work that you're doing.
Oh, thank you, friend. Yeah, we gonna try to set up, but there we have no guarantees, okay? Because
It's
listen,
not gonna happen.
we
It's not gonna.
have a good time, okay? So listen, Darnita and I met. We were kind of trying to debate this before the podcast. I'm still unsure, but we went to the same church. We really didn't, right? We started talking kind of during an event that was happening.
Yes, you gave me some advice. You gave me some advice because I told you I was moving to Houston, where I live now.
Oh,
And you told me to connect with this one lady. She's the networking queen or something like that. And I sent her a Facebook friend request right then. And ever since then, I said, see, I like you.
Yeah.
We're gonna be friends. And true enough, we've been friends ever since.
Listen, we went from not knowing each other to thick as thieves. Like
Right.
Darnita had me outside, y'all. Yeah, if you don't know, I don't be outside. Okay? I be inside. I don't go nowhere, I don't do nothing. But the latter part of her Charlotte life, we was outside.
Yes. I mean, girl, listen, life is to be lived. Hello, and experienced.
Listen.
You was at home organized and everything. I could clean up my closet. What? No, let's go get these chicken wings.
Listen, we was outside. Okay. So one time I went to Houston and I was with her for less than 24 hours, y'all. It may have been like 18 hours. We went to 4 different spots.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we had a nice coffee spot. We went to brunch. We went to lunch. We went to dinner. We went
to Sunday Fun Day. We Sunday Fun Day, ma'am. Yes.
I said, wait a minute now. I can't hang with Darnita, okay, y'all. See,
Did you just say that?
Oh.
Did you just say that? Did you just lie to your audience? Because I just want y'all to know she is lying.
She has way more energy than I do, okay? She be out there and I be like, okay, we gotta pause just a minute. Okay, we digress. That's how we met, okay? And we have been friends ever since. I don't know. We just love talking to each other. We cuts up so bad. And every time she comes in town, we have to go to our favorite restaurant together.
You know it. 131 Main.
131 Main, okay? We getting what we getting?
Ooh, the Cedar Plank salmon with the double mustard butter and the kale salad and the artichokes, the grilled artichokes. Hello.
Listen, y'all.
Bless the name of Jesus.
That's what we get. And we indulge. And
yes, we do.
The funny thing is, like, we're so mesmerized every time we take a bite. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God. I don't remember this being so good.
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay, so that's a little bit
Yes,
about Darnita and I. How we met, kind of how we hang out. We have a good time, okay?
all the ways.
Yes. So, Darnita, would you tell the Organized Life listeners a little bit about you?
Absolutely. So, good evening, everybody. My name is Darnita Samuels. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm also the owner of Agape Healing and Wellness Center in North Carolina as well as Texas. Now, I'm also a public author. I'm a published author. My book is titled "The In Between: What to Do Between the Prayer and the Promise." And this book is about if you've ever asked God in prayer to do something, and I'm not talking about the prayer to find your keys or, you know, turn off my coffee maker or, something, those other things. That real soul cry prayer, the ones
Yeah,
that sometimes you don't let people know, or the people who are closest in your circle are also trying to intercede on your behalf to get this through heaven, right? This is
yeah.
that book that talks about what to do. Because
Mm,
sometimes we get analysis paralysis because, okay, we hear so many different messages and different things like that. And sometimes we're afraid to make a move, right? So there's preparations and there's also process on its way to the promise. This
mhm,
book talks about that.
mm.
And as well as I'm a public speaker, and also I provide on-site consultations to different attorneys' offices and doctors' offices as well.
Well, there you have it, Miss Darnita Samuels. All of that, all the things, okay? Right.
I tried, y'all. I tried.
Listen, you doing it. So we are knee deep in season 3. If you've missed any part of season 3, the last 4 episodes, you need to go back. Now, don't stop listening to this one. You finish this one first, and then you go ahead and go back and you get the other ones, okay? But season 3, we are talking about how to prepare for the holidays, the holiday season. We are in it. We're knee deep in it. Christmas will be here soon, but a lot of people are feeling some type of way, whether it's excited, happy, sad, free, burnt out, whatever the case may be. We're talking about how to prepare for that, how to deal with that, how to get through that, and how to be joyous inside of that also. So we're just gonna have a conversation, like you guys just get to listen into the stuff we talk about all the time, or maybe not, but we're gonna have good conversation today. So, Darnita, tell us a
Yes.
little bit about how you got started in your field. How did you become a therapist? Now, this right here, I've never asked this question, so I'm super curious about how you got started because I don't know the answer to this.
Oh, wow.
Out of all the
I'm,
conversations we've had,
I'm about to say, we have never talked about my
we've
story.
never talked about this before, so I'm ready
Ooh.
to answer.
Okay, so I'm going to keep this short because it could become a very long story.
Yeah.
However, when I moved to North Carolina, it was not an easy adjustment. My life went to hell in a handbasket. Let's be very clear, real quick,
Okay.
within the first year. Um, I was supposed to be getting married. My relationship fell apart. I was struggling at work. I was just like felt under attack everywhere. The breakup was not a very amicable breakup. It was a very it was a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I went to my primary care's office one day thinking that I was just, acting like my normal self and everything
Yeah.
else. And the minute I walked in, all her team was like, and I'm sitting over there looking like, what are you looking at? They were
Right.
like, oh, girl, hold on. You sit right there. And I was like, what is going on? So they went and told my doctor. She cleared her slate. They took me to a room in the back of her practice,
Uh-huh.
and they said, something's going on. You don't even look like yourself." Here I am thinking that I just got it all put
Right.
together because I come in like, "Hey, y'all, da 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 da," da," and they was like, "Mm-mm, no."
Uh-huh.
She came in the room, and the minute she said, "Darnita, what is going on?" Ooh, it, it just, I mean, I was just crying inconsolably, and she was just like, "Girl, what is going on?"
But
She was
you
like,
be
"Take a deep
fine
breath."
until people ask you the question, right? Like,
That's
soon
what
as
I
people
thought.
soon as people ask the question, it's like it's everything just falls apart.
But here's the thing too, and I thought that too. But when
Mm.
people actually pay attention and see you, they see you before you see yourself.
Okay.
And that is what her staff did. One
Mm.
particular, her assistant, always was like in the room with me because she was just always cool from day one.
Mhm.
And she's the one that went and got my doctor and was like, "Oh no, ma'am. Something's
Mhm.
going on with Darnita." And she was like, "Excuse
Yeah.
me?" Yes. So then as she starts talking, well, she's like, "Darnita, you're gonna take a deep breath and you need to tell me what happened. Because I need to understand what's happening here."
Mm.
And I was telling her, she said, "Oh, no, 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 you about to go see my therapist." And I said, "Wait a minute." It was almost like a record scratch. I said, "Wait a minute,
Yeah.
you see a therapist?" And she said, "Girl, what you mean? I can't be a doctor. I can't run this practice. I can't be married and all this other stuff without some support. Yeah, go see a
Yeah.
therapist." I went to see the therapist that day. She literally left me. She threatened to drive me there and come back and pick me up because she was like, "I don't even know if you can make it," the way that my emotions have like just
Yeah.
crashed. Right.
Yeah.
She's like, "We're kind of afraid that you're not gonna make it there." And I was
Mm.
like, this is at the time I lived in Greensboro. I said, "Child, Greensboro is only 3 blocks long. I will make it. Okay."
Right.
I will make it. Uh, but when I came in and I talked to my therapist and I started talking to her, Dr. Nanette Thunderberg. Now, my
Mhm.
primary care physician, I will sing her praises all day. Was Dr. Robin Sanders, ROBYN Sanders, in Greensboro, and Dr.
Mm.
Nanette Thunderberg was also in Greensboro, and that's where I lived at
Mm.
the time. They literally saved my life.
Mm.
Um, I was able to talk, I was able to process, but I was also able to see women who looked like me
Mhm.
making it through the situation.
Right.
And even on some of my darkest days, I could go to Dr. Funderburg's office, or they would call and check, and they'd be like, "Hey, girl,
Mm.
you okay?" And I'd be like,
Mm.
"Not today." And they'd be like,
Mhm.
"Okay, do you need to come in?" I'd be like, "I'm on my way." Now, mind you,
Mhm.
I was living in Greensboro, but then I transitioned to living in Charlotte. So I was still driving up to Greensboro to see Dr. Funderburg because I didn't trust
Ah.
anybody else with my story.
Yeah. Mm. Mhm.
Dr. Funderburg, that's when I realized what I wanted to be when I grew up. Because I had
Mm.
many experiences of people telling me, like in grocery stores, like, "Let me tell you what happened to me." And I'm sitting over there looking like, "Why you want to tell me?"
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, you need to go talk to somebody." And the first time it happened, this man literally stopped me in the grocery store and he told me his story. And I said, "Oh, you need to go talk to somebody." And he was like, "Well, aren't you the person I need to go talk to?"
My Lord.
And I was like, "No." At the time, I wasn't even a therapist. I was working, what was I? I was in customer service at Blue Care Network at home in Detroit. Hello?
Mm.
I didn't even talking to people.
Right.
So, and I know I really didn't. I didn't like talking to people. People would call my phone after I got off work and being in customer service. If you've ever worked a customer service
But
job, I
listen.
don't want to talk to nobody. Okay.
Mhm.
And he
Mhm.
literally, I said, "No, I'm not." He was like, "Are you sure? Because I think you're somebody I need to talk to." But this is how
Mhm.
God works too, because he was telling me who I was going to be and what I was going to be before it happened.
Mm. That part.
So, you see what I'm saying? So, after I talked to, even when I made the decision, I went and talked to Dr. Funderburg. Right. She was like, "Darnita, you could really do a lot of good work in here." She was like, "But don't ever lose sight of yourself. You've got a lot of things you need to still work through."
Mhm. Mhm.
And I always remember her telling me that.
Yeah.
And when I got accepted into the program at school at Pfeiffer, that's where I went in Charlotte. We still, a part of the program was we had to go to therapy because here's the thing. So how can I want somebody to come and sit on my couch if I
Right.
don't know what it's like to be vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
To have that moment where I'm sitting down, telling somebody my story, becoming self-aware, seeing the cycles of dysfunction in my family, but also trying to work through ways and take different paths to heal them and correct them. Like we like to say, be the curse breakers in our family,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So I thank all those ladies who have helped me because they really changed my life. And they have helped me to become the licensed marriage and family therapist that I am, and also own a group practice in 2 different states.
Mm. How long have you been, a therapist, a licensed
12
therapist?
years this year.
12 years? Okay, nice.
Hmm. Yep.
Nice.
Thank you.
So what's your favorite part about being a licensed therapist? About how you experience your field?
You know what? Okay, so I've been contemplating that because I love all of it. But I
Mm.
really love seeing somebody like make the change, make
Yeah.
the choice. So some of my clients think that I'm just extra dramatic, and I can be. Let me just say, TT, if you don't be
Oh,
quiet,
sorry. My okay.
whatever. I know, whatever. You was co-signing, but you was doing it real petty, like whatever. So,
Listen, but I
mhm.
love that about you because
Well, thanks.
I enjoy it.
We know, especially when I say certain words, you always want to tease me. But anyway, so so but no, I always think of everything as big because some people will be like, well, this was small. And I was just like, this is something you've never done before. You have
Mm,
completely done something different than your family of origin has ever had the ability or the courage, the power, the mental wherewithal to do. This is
mhm,
huge and I'm celebrating it. But
mm.
when I love to see is people take their power back
Oh, yeah.
from people, from thoughts, from behaviors, from cycles, whatever it is. I'm sitting over there like, yes, you're
Right.
winning. And
Yes.
so I get so excited and they be like, girl, I'm like, you don't even understand.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
getting somebody to understand what a boundary is when they've never
Mm,
been able to tell somebody no. And it's like,
yeah.
well, I always have to. And I'm like, why do you have to? When somebody develops some discernment and they actually start to trust themselves and
Mm,
understand that, yes, I can trust myself out here to function in the world. And so therefore I don't have to be at the beck and call of other people to validate me.
mm,
I can do that myself. This is awesome. I love it. It's just like,
yeah.
I just get so excited and I just want to be like, yes.
I know. That's awesome. I can only imagine. Um, but I think it's very similar. You get to watch people transform. I get to watch people transform too in a different manner.
Hmm. Hmm.
But watching them transform and go from here to there is
Hmm.
so rewarding. It's so rewarding.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I love every minute of it. It just, I thank God that He called me into this because, like I said, I promise you, had you asked me 20 years ago if this is what I was going to do, I would have been looking like the devil is a lying sword. I don't, e- I know. I'd have been like, I don't even like people. What are you talking
Right.
about?
Right.
So yeah, mhm,
That's hilarious.
I'm for real,
So,
child. Mhm.
how do you feel like people can prepare for the holidays? Like when we talk about physically, mentally, emotionally, how can we prepare for this holiday season? Like 2025 is hitting different.
Oh, very much so. Very much
Yeah.
so.
So how do you feel like we can prepare for the holidays?
Know your capacity. Okay. I always tell
Mm,
people, what is your capacity? Because a lot of times we are stretched beyond and we have this just push through spirit. No, you don't have to do that. Okay.
mm,
We are in a place where we don't know what's going to happen from day to day. All right. And so we have a financial capacity, we have a mental capacity, we have an emotional capacity, and we have a physical capacity.
that's good.
Okay. And in all those, we have limits. Some are longer than others, but
Mhm.
just because there is greater capacity doesn't mean it has to all be used either.
Mm.
So, this is a time we can actually reset and get back to what is actually important.
It does
How
not have
we,
to all be used. Now that's
it
a
does
word
not. Mm-mm.
because we
It don't
feel like
always
since
have to be
we
used.
got it, we got to spend it.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Woo, that's
No, you
good.
don't. Everything is going up. And yet, next year's trajectory is like even greater. So, have a reserve, but have a reserve of your own tanks. Okay.
Mm.
Again, you don't have to use it all. And I know we have this in American culture, we have this thing where we just be like, yeah, because I'll sleep when I die. You'll get there a lot faster.
Right.
Mm-mm, no,
Listen.
and the thing is too, because it's the holidays, let's get back to what's really important, and it's not the material things.
Right.
It's not. Because a lot of times when you ask somebody what they remember most about a specific time, it's not that you bought me this Birkin bag.
Mm, mm-mm.
It's actually going to be, hey, remember that time we stayed up all night playing cards and we was having that conversation and that's when you told me such and such. Cards are $3.99. Well, they might be $10.99 now with
Right.
inflation. Who knows? But I mean, it was the quality time, it was the attention, It was the physical touch that was there. It was all of
Mm.
the into me see, not the intimacy, because a lot of times
Yeah.
people think I'm talking about sex when I'm
Right.
talking about intimacy, but you
Yes.
develop into me see,
Yes.
allowing people to see the real you, the complete you, and having the exchange of seeing them too, which involves a lot of
Mhm.
vulnerability, which connects people, but we fear it so greatly.
Yeah.
So
You
knowing our capacities.
you said a lot.
Mhm.
Knowing your capacity, and that kind of goes into being self-aware. So what role does being self-aware play in when we're trying to create a healthy, a joyful holiday experience? Like, how can we begin practicing that now, the self-awareness and the knowing our capacity?
Oh, self-awareness is so key and it's so important because that's almost your barometer of what you can and cannot do and
Mm,
what you will and won't accept.
that
So
part.
when you become self-aware, it's like, oh shoot, I know I do these things like around the holidays, although nobody ever gets me anything and I get upset. I feel like I want to buy everybody something because maybe somebody will get me then. They'll understand that I like stuff too,
Mm,
right? Self
mhm.
awareness says I'm doing that because people don't see me. But I'm really doing that because I don't even allow myself to be seen. I don't even see myself.
Right,
So
that
let
part.
me change my capacity load and pull it back to say, right now, I got to feed out. I have to feed me and do what
Mm,
matters to me. So, yes,
mhm.
I will show up to this family event because being around my family does encourage me. It fills me up. It fills my tank. But I don't have to show up bringing all these extravagant things and, bending over backwards to please people and, changing and betraying myself
Mhm.
in order to get some sense of acknowledgement. Self-awareness says, no, let's stop this behavior because I know I
Mhm.
do this and here's the reason why.
Yeah.
So knowing you do something and understanding and getting down to the root of why you do it,
Mhm.
and then holding yourself accountable to giving it to yourself first before you seek it externally.
Yeah. That's
That
so
will change how much capacity you have.
yeah, and those are some habits and some boundaries you can set now, right?
Absolutely.
To protect your
Yep. So,
peace, to
mhm.
prevent that that post-holiday burnout that we don't think about before the
Well, it's
holiday.
actually that's what I'm about to say because it's actually pre-holiday burnout because more than likely you're all this is the end of the year, and so many people are already burnt out that they're trudging on air, and it's nothing.
Mm.
They have nothing. Okay, the
Mhm.
tank is so empty, but they gotta get it together because so many things come around the holidays. There's uh, internal expectations and external expectations about the
Mm.
holiday.
Uh,
So when you're saying how to get prepared, let's start today, one day at a time.
mhm.
Think about something that you either like or don't like about, how you show up in the holidays. If you like
Mm.
it, what do you like about it? Is it healthy?
Mhm. Mhm.
If it's not, change it. And whatever you don't like, okay, what don't you like about it and why? And then what's one step? What's one step right now that you can take? Now, it would be great if we could take a different step every day. No, we can't because
Right.
sometimes that one step is the hardest thing, right? And we got to get that
Yeah.
down pat.
Yeah.
So let's start right now with one step, even if it just that one step takes us through the holiday season. And then once the holiday season is over, we can then take stock and say, okay, well, how much did that change? How much better do I feel? Because
Yeah.
and when I say that, I want you to understand that there will be some guilt
Mhm.
and like almost feeling like convicted, like I'm supposed to do it. No, you're not. No.
Ah.
Because here's the thing. I always tell people no is a gift, right? I know no is a complete sentence. It is, right? But no is also an
Mhm.
acronym for next opportunity. And that's the next opportunity for somebody else to do something for themselves. Figure it out. I had to. It's a gift. I mean, it's really a
Oh,
gift. Okay.
oh, that tickled me so
I'm
bad.
just saying. I'm just
Uh,
saying, friend. I'm just saying. It is the next opportunity. Okay. Because I tell my clients all the time, you got to give people the gift of no. And I remember the first time I said that, somebody said, I'm like, oh, a gift of no. It's like, well, what's the gift? And I said, no, next opportunity for you to get your life together and get out my face.
Girl,
Didn't you like that?
you know
And they
I'm
was like,
feeling that.
Go ahead, child. I did too. So I did too. I stole it. So that's what I'm saying. So no, you don't have to do it. No. So when that other side of yourself, that people pleasing side, that insecure side, that low self-esteem side, and a lot of
Mhm.
times we want to act like we are so empowered and we don't have any insecurities or anything of that nature. We all have them. We
Yeah,
all have them. And
that's true.
sometimes we got to really see our real selves to really know what they are and come to terms and understand it's okay. It is
Mhm.
okay. Now work through them and get your life together because you can have a wonderful life without
Right.
somebody always infringing on your right to actually call the shots for yourself.
So I kind of identified with that a while back. I'm free from it now. Listen, I am really good and I enjoy saying no. But I think it was very challenging initially. So I hear you saying, you know, that it could make you feel some type of way, like you may be post um after you said no, you may feel some type of way or have a hard time with it. And I had a hard time with that for a while, but I eventually got over that and started to feel good about it and made it was easier and easier for me to say no. So how can people identify when they're reaching their emotional, mental limits, like during the holiday season? And what should they do in that moment, like when they feel like, okay, I'm reaching my limit. I'm reaching my capacity.
hmm So here's the thing. Your attitude will tell you where your capacity level is. If you're irritable, if everything is
Mm,
getting on your nerves, if everything is getting on your nerves and you feel like you're just a low-key ticking time bomb, you are past capacity. You're
okay.
already there.
Yep.
If you're starting to overthink, second guess everything, you are past your capacity. If you are at a perfectionist and you are afraid to start, so it's almost like okay, you want everything to be perfect, but
Mm,
then you're stopping, restarting, stopping, restarting, stopping. You're at your capacity because here's the thing: most people don't understand that perfectionism doesn't really exist. Okay, it's one of those things that makes you pause because it causes so much anxiety because you have a vision that you're trying to bring into reality and the two don't match. So in that gap, what happens? There's anxiety. And also you may have some avoidance or some procrastination. That's also forms of anxiety. Okay. And so, or if you feel like you got to overdo it and put on this lavish thing, right? You could probably be past your capacity. Okay.
mm,
Now, other things might involve feelings of all the old feelings that used to come up when you're dealing with a specific person or people in your family that are unresolved. That can also stretch your capacity of emotion.
uh-huh.
Now, what to do to bring it back? Now, some people are just going to push past it. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
But you got to be true to yourself and you have got to sit yourself down and say, no, we cannot do this. And if you don't feel like you can do it by yourself, get an accountability partner.
Mhm. Mhm.
But don't get that yes, sir accountability partner. You need that real accountability partner that's gonna be like, hold up, chief. Come on over here and come into my unofficial office. Let's have a conversation. They may have to take your jugular out. Yes, you might need a little bit of surgery after they done with you. And it's okay. It's love. It's all love. It is all love. It is. I'm telling you, it's
I'm
all love.
weak. I'm
I'm
weak.
just saying. It's all love. Let them talk to you. Let them get your mind right and come back.
Yeah.
If you still don't feel like you can stand up for yourself at this point or assert yourself, let me say that. If you don't feel like you can assert yourself, point somebody to assert for you.
Mm,
Everything has to go through this person
right.
because that person has no problem being the villain in somebody's story, even if they're going to be your hero.
That's so good.
I'm just saying, because the thing is, we never want to look bad in people's eyes. We always want to be like, oh, they did this and they did that and everything else. It's time out for that. It is time
Yeah.
out. We've got to be able to release that desire of whatever it is for the acknowledgement, the praise, and everything else. Being liked.
Yeah.
If you don't like yourself, you got to like yourself. You have to love yourself. And that's
Mhm.
another thing. You have to ask yourself, am I loving myself if I do this? Am I really loving myself if I
Mm.
do this?
Mhm.
Because I don't go with the concept of self care anymore because it's become such a cliche term,
Yeah.
right? And if people really knew the origins of self care, they'd be like, huh? Because everybody think it's Oprah, and it's not. Actually, it started and it is. Everybody be like, oh, well, Oprah started talking about self care, so I'm out here and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. No, it actually started with people who were committed into institutions, mental institutions in the 50s. They
Oh.
gave them self care to make them think that they had some autonomous decisions. What their decisions were, what time they took their medicine, and when they went out for like recreation and different things like that to make them feel like they had some autonomous self care power.
You better teach us.
I'm just saying. And then in the 60s, the Black Panthers came into it and said the self care, as in Black people need to take care of themselves
Mm.
because we cannot count on this government to care for us.
Right.
So that's where we get what Head Start from. We got the school lunches, we got all those things because we were caring for ourselves. And then here comes the 90s with Oprah, self
Mhm.
care. So now
Yeah.
everybody is
Yeah.
self care,
Yeah.
in which now self care look like, okay, I'm gonna get my hair done. I'm gonna get my nails done. I'm gonna go sit over here and put a airline ticket on Klarna so I could go to Thailand and get my hair braided like everybody. And that's not self care. Excuse me. That's not. So for me, I ascribe to self love because it's like if I truly love myself, I want the best for myself and I'm going to treat myself the best. And guess what? I'm going to deny access to anyone who does not treat me well, think of me well, or serve me well.
Oh, that's so good. Listen, that was some good stuff. I know. We had to cut it short. I know my audience, and I do not like to make my podcast long. So we went and got straight into it. And I promise you, you're not missing anything. We're going to finish next week. So you just want to make sure you come back because Darnita is not done with spitting bars for all of us. Okay, listen, I learned so much and we had a great laugh coming up on the next episode. So you gotta come back and see it. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining us. If you are not saving in all four areas space, time, energy, and money you want to tweak it, you want to revisit it, you want to switch it up, see what's working and what's not working because you should be saving in all four areas. All right. So if you want to be a guest here on the Organized Life podcast, or if you have a question that you would like me to answer on the Organized Life podcast or a guest to answer on the Organized Life podcast, send us an email at info@extremeaudacity.com and we'll get you into rotation. We'll get the podcast into rotation. All right. All right, you guys know I am so excited and thank you for being here. Don't miss next week. All right. Ciao.